It's the 16th of July, 2017, and starting the day off as usual. Just finished gig, and me and Mom are about to record some Let's Plays. At some point I gotta go to town to make an Apple run for work for the whole week. But that'll certainly be after this. Today should be interesting because our Let's Play that we're recording is going to feature the use of an amiibo that Jacob lent me. So, that's gonna be exciting. He wanted to be here for it, I invited him, but sadly he had commitments as usual. I mean, there's a reason why he had to leave the network. He's just too dang busy. So now we know. We know who our new doctor is. Interesting. Very interesting. For you, those of you that didn't see the info, and those of you still watching this on Snapchat, I'm going to try my first link embed so you can see it. Jodie Whittaker is now our doctor, which, you know, well, not yet. Capaldi's still got to regenerate at Christmas, but you know what I mean. She'll be the 13th. Which means we have a female doctor. Something that I honestly didn't think the BBC would do. Allow me to explain why. My thoughts on Doctor Who have always been colored by the fact that I'm a bit of a Doctor Who encyclopedia. Know a bit of the history, stuff like that, so I've got insight into that. The way the BBC has always treated Doctor Who, even I feel kind of in modern Doctor Who, makes them feel to me like a bunch of stodgy old British men sitting there drinking tea in their office and going blah 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 blah. I know, it's so stereotypical and wrong of me, but that's how they've always felt to me. So take that stereotype, put it in your mind, and then put the idea of having a woman be the doctor. That's why I thought it would never happen. But it has. And for me, the idea of a female doctor is sort of, how do I put this? It's irrelevant whether it's male or female. Some see this as an important milestone, and I'm not taking that away from them. I'm just saying for me personally, when it comes to who the doctor is, I want it to be a good actor, period. So regardless of your gender, if you're a good actor, I'm perfectly fine with you being the doctor. And Jodie Whittaker, oh yeah, she's proved herself in the past. So with that, I'm perfectly fine with who the doctor is. I'm curious how it's going to be treated by Chris Chibnall and the team, which, by the way, no surprise. When you consider Jodie Whittaker and her connection of being on Broadchurch, then of course with Chris Chibnall running, it was going to be her. We should have seen the sign. It's an actor that, of course, he's comfortable with, has already worked with, which means that his transition into the show is going to be even less difficult. So yeah. That's my thoughts on our new doctor. Looking forward to it. We'll have to wait a freaking long time before it happens. We won't even get to see the tiniest smidge of her characterization until Christmas, after all. So that'll be something to look forward to. Because she's a good actor, which means we don't know how she's going to behave. We don't know how this doctor is going to react. So yeah, it could even be a good actress, and you might not like the doctor because of what they do. So it's one of those things we're just going to have to wait for. I suspect if we have any problems, though, it won't be from the acting. So, carry on, Whittaker. Welcome aboard. Also, all the guys saying that you're quitting Doctor Who, but just give it a chance, fellas. Understand if you don't like it afterwards, but just give it a chance, please. Anyway, Mom's doing some canning, and I've got to go to town after she gets done with that. Probably gives me enough time to do my weed eating. So, I'm going to do that. At some point today, the combined Snap story of last week will go up, but I'm just going to have to figure out when. It's not as easy as it used to be whenever one takes snaps. It's not as easy as it used to be now that I do the compilation, because those take longer to upload. Just had to do a little bit of house maintenance late at night. Getting ready for bed, and then I started hearing drip, drip, drip. Guess what it was? Hadn't cleaned the filter, and actually I'm going to admit this to you guys ever. And yeah, it needed it. Finally got to the part to where it was condensing. They'll do that. So, yeah. Just had to deal with a bunch of dust. That's the result of me right now. I had to mop and sweep. Now I can get to bed. Which I should already be in, but because of that situation, yeah, it's put me back a bit. So, good night, everybody. It's the 17th of July, 2017, and I almost suffered an injury. Let me explain. I just got done with my walk, which was done inside because, this heat. It didn't feel right to walk outside today. But during it, I'll be danged if I almost didn't twist my ankle because I stumbled on the treadmill. Whew, it's a bit sore. Managed to catch myself. Of course, the safety protocol, the thing pulled it out of the socket, so it made the treadmill stop. So yeah, I'm good. Just close call. Now I'm taking that shower, because I certainly need it. Also, I forgot to turn on the air conditioning in here before I went back down. Whoops. I'm probably going to survive awake just long enough to talk about my meditation course tonight, and then I'm going to plop to bed because I can feel the clock already ticking. Anyway, tonight is about the interesting concept of past and future. It got a bit philosophical slightly. Because think about past and future in terms of how we experience it. Meditation's all about how you experience things. So don't think of how we actually, science-wise experience time, stuff like that. He was more meaning how we view it, how we perceive it. A lot of the times we will have a moment where we're dwelling in the past. We've made that moment. So really what's going on is we are living in the moment. We've just comprised that moment of what the past is, right? Same thing can be said for the future. Worrying about something that we need to plan, have planned, what if something goes wrong, all that stuff is living in the moment, but composing it of the future. In both of those examples, it's still us experiencing the moment. It's just that we're choosing to dwell on either the past or the future. Kind of a little bit of freedom in that when you stop and think about it. Just saying. But now, after last night, I need bed. Also, annoyed to report, there's some water underneath it. Not as bad as it was, but still, it was a drip. I have another suspicion where it's been so dang hot. I think the thing's working harder. Hello, Crotch Rocket. I hope you're having a good day. Anyway. It's possible maybe where it's been so warm because, good lord, it's been hot. Maybe it's working harder, and if it's working harder, it's freezing. I've had air conditioners do that before, where they start freezing because they're going non-stop. Might have to suck it up and turn the lever up a bit, that way it doesn't go as hard. That's one option. Anyway, that's something for later. Future. See what I did there accidentally? Anyway, right now, the moment is bedtime. So, good night, everyone. Also, what the... It's like it's a bump, but it's a pimple at the same time. Can't unsee the concept of that ruddy thing being there. Anyway, enough of that. Good night, everybody. It's the 18th of July, 2017, and I said it last week, but, yeah, we're closer to Strahd this time, surely. I mean, if we fight through these dire wolves and then he's still got something up his sleeve, I'm going to be frustrated, let's put it that way. But otherwise, we'll just have to see. So, interesting time tonight, where we were at a friend's place. Two groups couldn't have possibly played in the same room. So the other group continued their game. We're going to do Strahd next week. Meanwhile, we looked through 2nd edition and planned what we're going to do for our 2nd edition play. And my concern about the whole Artificer thing in 2nd edition, yeah, that shouldn't have been a concern. I sat down with the Dungeon Master, and in about 30 minutes we hashed it out and figured out how to make the Artificer class completely fair in 2nd edition. It's going to rely mainly on proficiencies. In other words, just because I know how to do something, I got to be proficient before I can actually do it. Think of it as me having the chops and the intelligence to come up with ideas, but still going, I got to learn how to implement that idea first. It's the 19th of July, 2017, and yeah, you're going to hear a little bit of crack in my voice, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. Because I think the news I'm about to tell you guys needs to be done afterwards, I'm going to tell you the flippant thing first. I got a new hero in my Avengers Academy, and I always show you guys. So here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Spider-Girl. Also, that outfit could totally be cross-played. But in more sad news, I've just discovered that on Monday, Trevor Baxter passed away. He was known by Doctor Who fans as Professor George Lightfoot, started in the Talons of Wang Chang. And of course, that was a character, along with Henry Gordon Jago, that would go on to do a Jago and Lightfoot spinoff for Big Finish. Those two characters are quite possibly my favorite Doctor Who characters, quite possibly. The point is, as soon as I found out, kind of broke down a little bit, not gonna lie. It seems that Doctor Who deaths are always the ones that hit me hardest, though, but this one in particular, oh yeah, it got to me. He was a great actor, a great man, and a great treasure to the Doctor Who family. He will be missed. So, as you saw, I've got the facial hair still, but it's early enough of a day. It goes tonight. Also, I'm the silly person that just now remembered. Oh, actually, not just now. It's because I listened to Core this morning. So thanks to the guys over at the Core podcast for reminding me that I need to be doing a Heroes game every night because Blizzard is having a little contest. So at least I'll be entered in this week. You know. All the other weeks I missed out on, but hey. Even if I don't get anything, I've still played some Heroes matches and got some experience in. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm watching some Philip DeFranco, and then I think once I go to the actual off of the vlogs into the news ones, then I'm going to start shaving.
Like, have it, they're like, no, you don't understand. I'm like, no, I do. Your mouth's stupid. Is that a ring?
I think this is a...
Okay, it's a hippopotamus.
Also, holy crap, Snapchat has a new feature. If you go over the 10 seconds, it automatically starts recording a new snap. It just keeps going. So if I keep talking like this, then I'm still going to be talking even though I can see that it already finished a snap. That is freaking cool. Why have they not done this sooner? It's the 20th of July, 2017, and why not start the day in a hot car? What could possibly go wrong? The reason I'm in the car right now is that we just went through Wendy's on the way home from work, and, well, they screwed up our order. Kind of screwed it up big time. Yeah, it's one of those. Still having to get used to this new feature where it just starts recording extra snaps. Love it. Anyway, so what happened was Mom ordered a chicken sandwich. They gave her a chicken wrap instead of a chicken sandwich, and we ordered 2 orders of fries. They only gave us 1 order of fries. So yeah, kind of screwy, but it happens. Looks like we got what we ordered. She's coming back out, so knew it'd be fixed. By the way, last night, in a moment of sheer madness, I might have bought some premium currency in the Futurama game and might have unlocked George Takei. Might. Just might. Not certain, but might. I worked really hard on him to where he didn't cost that much, but I still had to buy some of the currency just to push me over that edge. I've still got plenty to work with afterwards. Time for some heroes. Gonna get me some more Tychus playing. Player level 100 reached. Nice little milestone for me, if I do say so myself. It's the 21st of July, 2017, and I'm doing something interesting over here. I am finally getting around to installing some updates into Skyrim that I had been meaning to do. A friend of mine gave me the Legendary Edition when he found out that I was streaming Skyrim. So, with his contribution, I now have every single one of the updates. Just gotta wait for them to install. So, that'll take some time, but otherwise. I would tell you the name of the DLC. Unfortunately, they've got lofty names, because it's Sword and Sorcery, right? So I can't, off the top of my head, remember what they were called. The point is, they'll be installed, and my Skyrim will be at the highest level of Skyrim it could possibly be. Which might get challenging at parts. Hopefully that doesn't screw me over too much. But anyway. Also, I hope this finishes installing by the time that I've got to do my stream, because, yeah, this is taking longer than I thought. I've also learned that apparently, whenever you put the little captions at the bottom and continue doing a stream of snaps, it keeps the little caption at the bottom of all of them. Drat. Oh well. That's what learning about new features is. It's you experimenting and then finding out. Sweet. Okay, fantastic stream. Got a lot accomplished on that Skyrim playthrough, actually. Sometimes you have games of Skyrim where it's a whole lot of traveling, and then other times you actually have Skyrims where you go, oh, but dang, I cleared out some stuff. That was one of the latter. And at the beginning of it, I gave a little sonic salute to both Deborah Watling and Trevor Baxter at their passing. It's still kind of sitting with me, kind of a bit hard, especially Trevor Baxter, given how much I love Jiggle and Lightfoot. So, yeah. Now I'm going to do something that I'm going to start doing on Friday. After I do my streams, I have like a gap of a couple of hours before I have to do my call for the evening. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to take that time to do productive things that I need to do study-wise. So things like watching my Platform University videos or doing some magic study. But today there's something very specific I need to do. My life plan is extraordinarily out of date. I need to go over that thing and rework it a bit. You have to every, amount of time. So, one take snaps. Mine is way overdue. So that's what I'm going to be doing with my time. I should say I'm going to do that after I get myself a little something to eat. Need to make sure I don't neglect myself in that spot. That's something I need to put down. Sometimes I get way too devoted to actually needing to do something, and that one kind of falls to the wayside. No wonder I get tired sometimes. And my life plan has now been reorganized. I took some things off, added some things to it, and it was nice to take a couple of the goals on there and actually be able to say, no, I actually don't need this on my life plan anymore. Showed that I had made some progress over time. So now I need to work out. I didn't get to this morning, and it's starting to become to where we're reshuffling things to where it doesn't look like any Friday morning is going to be that morning. But now that I got the time, I need to do my walk. So that's just important for me right now. Anyway, it's important for me. So let's go for a walk. However, said walk isn't going to take place outside. Again, the weather's just been too ridiculous. So off to the treadmill I go.
Welcome back, everybody, to an earlier than usual edition of Into the Nexus, the podcast all about Heroes of the Storm. Gert Weinzerl, and I am joined, as I always should be.
I've been relaxing today, so that's why you haven't gotten any snaps from me. It's just been one of those days. Recorded Who with Mom this morning, and after that, just relax. I'm getting prepared for my Hearthstone match in about 11 minutes, actually. So this is going to be fun. I'm going to be playing against one of the members of the Dillionaires that I'm a bit closer to. Some of these have been me meeting someone for the first time, but this one is one that I've had interactions with before, so it's going to kind of be fun this time to play a match against her. Like, oh snap, I get to play against you this time. So it should be fun. She shows up in our Diamond Club game night every now and then. That's how I know her. Because I don't get to show up for Dill streams anymore as much as I used to. It's just his schedule's flipped around a little bit, and yeah. But I still support him for things like this and stuff like that. He's my man. Come on. Anyway, I got a new deck that I'm bringing tonight, and I practiced it a little bit. Now I'm genuinely just watching the Heroes matches that are playing for the HGC while I'm waiting for 9 o'clock to roll around. Been some dang good stuff. I mean, I watched some of it last night during my call with the producer, because me and him always watch some Twitch after we have a conversation, and dang good stuff. Dang good stuff. And probably after I get done with the Hearthstone, I probably will play some Heroes, just so, well, one match of Heroes, if I win, that is, because then that'll get my thing for the contest in. I'm probably going to do an AI match just to make it easy, but still. I did get to listen to a new podcast today that I can recommend for you guys. Paula Poundstone from Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. She happens to be one of my favorite panelists on that show. A lot of people's, right? She has this new show now called Live from the Poundstone Institute, where it's her checking out all these various studies and stuff like that, and finding out just some hilarious stuff with her own version of commentary, which, if you've heard Paula before, you know it's funny. So my opponent's internet was down. Apparently got a monsoon, as she called it, her way, but she managed to play the game on her phone. You wouldn't have known she was playing on her phone because, my lord, the god draws that she got tonight. Sometimes random number generation is just in your favor, and holy crap it was. And those were her words, by the way. She said they were god draws, not me. So, yeah, sometimes the odds just are really in your favor. And in this case, oh yeah, the odds most definitely were. I've also demanded her deck list afterwards because, oh my god, those were some good decks. She had a Murloc Paladin that, gotta start trying that deck. Looks like it'd be a fantastic addition to my collection.